Hello and welcome, dear parent of the Capricorn child. I hope you are off to a wonderful September. This is the September 2021 reading for your Capricorn child. Please remember to adjust gender, modify gender to how it best resonates in your household. This is not a gender-specific read. And all age ranges are welcome here. So some of you are here for itty-bitty ones. Others of you are here for teenagers and everything in between. You are all welcome. Thank you for being here. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. It would be very, very helpful. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's get started. Let's start with your Capricorn child and what they are experiencing here during the month of September. Already we have cards popping out. I feel like we need one more card. Beautiful. Okay. So for Capricorn here, September, we have the King of Cups, we have the World, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. So right out of the gate here, we have a Capricorn child or teenager who is very much feeling almost like a little adult here, but very mature in the way they are expressing themselves. And this is more of an emotional way of expressing, along with a very tangible way of expressing here. There's something that your little Capricornian here during the month of September and potentially before, sometime in August and even after September, they are learning the value of things, right? They are learning the value of diversity, the value of cultures, the value of mindfulness. And it's a very mature energy. It's very uplifting as well. It feels though there's an emotional growing up happening here. And that could be due to many things. It can be that your Capricorn is becoming an older sibling. It can be that your Capricorn is graduating from one grade level to the next. But there's something here that is leveling up your little Capricornian kiddo here. And there's also a recognition of what things are worth. There's a big emphasis on that. And it's lined up with diversity, that which is different, potentially what other cultures are worth, right? Like realizing that we do not stand alone here in this world, that we are diverse people. So there is something here about their heart space being open, but in a very intelligent and mature way, while weighing the benefits of those things that are tangible, as well as becoming very aware of the multitude of diversity in the world in general. Overall, what I'm picking up here for Capricorn during the month of September is a very mature energy. It feels very grown up. It feels matriculating to the next level as well. And really very much assessing their own surroundings, their own world, as well as the exterior surrounding and the diversity, and really putting value onto it. Like really realizing how valuable we are in our differences. That's very mature. And it could also apply for little itty bitty ones, right? It could be as simple as your little person that's just learning how to walk all of a sudden, gets up and is exploring their little fingers and realizing, oh, this hand is different from this hand. That's diversity, right? That's difference. Or my hand is different from my little brother's hand. Or this child is different from, like, it could run the gamut here because we're talking about different age range here, right? But you will notice a little grown-up aspect here in September, and realizing that things are important and that which is different from us is also very important, and lots of benefit and value in that. Okay, so let's see what potential conflict is happening here. Okay, so we've got the Two of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. So there's some kind of either friendship here, union with another energy. It can be a sibling, it can be a peer, it can be a classmate, a new friend. And for those who are a little older, potentially even puppy love, new love, the first love even. But it's basically about another energy coming in, testing our own value system. So there's something here that can potentially cause anxiety in your little Capricorn, and it has to do with another person. It can potentially be that another person is questioning their abilities, their self-worth, their value, or maybe as your little Capricorn is questioning the world here, questioning those things that are different, maybe being provoked by another, because remember, this fell in the conflict and challenge position, so we have to read it a little differently, right? So the conflict could be that someone is testing them, maybe even taunting them a little bit about what they believe to be valuable, and maybe can cause a little bit of bumpiness here for your little Capricorn, and maybe even cause them a bit of anxiety or headiness also. This doesn't have to be cold anxiety, like full on anxiety. The Eight of Swords can also just be lots of headiness, lots of overthinking, lots of heavy overthinking. And it's definitely stirred by another individual. So this is good when these things come up in our awareness, dear parent, because it helps you be aware of the kinds of conversations your little one may be having with others. Like, see if you can pick up any interactions with another kiddo or a sibling potentially that maybe taunting what they find valuable or picking on them for some reason that can potentially make them get in their head. Like they're in this beautiful heart space here. They're in this very beautiful, open, very grown up, very lovingly mature space. And maybe other kiddos are not understanding it, and it's tripping them up a little bit because they're being confronted with, maybe the other kiddos are not as mature as your little Capricorn is. And so this could potentially get them in a heady space, maybe a little nervous, a little anxious. So let's see what advice we have here in terms of maybe if there's something you can do to alleviate this heaviness. Let's see, dear Spirit, what can a Capricorn's parent do to alleviate this? What's your advice? This is very similar to what another sign got. So you got the Queen of Wands, you have the Knight of Swords, and then you have the Fool. So this is very much about communicating, and swiftly, as soon as these issues happen, swiftly communicating with your child about his or her own authority, reminding them that they have the right to believe what they want to believe, what they stand for, and that they are unique in their own expression of what they hold valuable, right? Because the Queen of Wands is very confident, very self-assured, but it's also a quality that your little one needs to see in you, dear parent, in order for them to be able to access it. The more a parent is able to exude a specific energy that comes up in tarot, the faster and the quicker a child is able to access that energy, because it's available to them. They're able to see it, they're able to feel it, they're able to mimic it and embody it. So there's a feeling here. As soon as you see the opportunity, as soon as you see a glimpse of this happening, someone else provoking them or questioning their majestic grown-up beliefs, you getting in there swiftly, because that's what Knight of Swords is getting in swiftly with communication and immediately discussing that issue with your little one and reminding them the authority that they have within and how powerful they are, regardless of how old they are. And the Fool is about allowing them to be who they are freely without carrying this burden of anxiety, right? Like literally giving them permission to drop this energy. There's something here about your little one needs to hear from you, because Swords is communication, and you are the leader, you are the Queen of Wands, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. There's a feeling here that your little one almost needs your permission to say, it's okay. You can still be who you are, authentically you, And you don't need to carry that someone else's burden. Just because another kiddo that you play with, that you admire, feels a certain way, it doesn't mean that you have to buy into their agenda or whatever it is that they like or don't like. So very straightforward here, dear parents. A very straightforward read for you this month. Bottom line here is about allowing and applauding your Capricorn for this amazing growth they're doing on their own without you instigating it or anyone else. This is coming from them. We just need to watch this energy from other kiddos, and you step in when you have the opportunity to just be there and remind them how great they are, and that, swiftly coming in here and communicating is the key. All right, dear parent, I hope this was helpful, and I hope to find you here again next month. Thank you. Bye.